Peter learned a lot of things in his time with Jesus. And so when you read through the books of 1st and 2nd Peter, you can see some of the things that Peter learned from his time with Jesus, and you might even be able to tie them back to specific events in Peter's time with Jesus. Here's an example. In 1 Peter 5, verse 8, he says, "Be self-controlled and alert. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Resist him, standing firm in the faith, because you know that your brothers throughout the world are undergoing the same kind of sufferings." When Peter says something like that, perhaps he thinks back to his time in the Garden of Gethsemane. Jesus was in deep distress. It says he was sorrowful even to the point of death, and he had gone to the garden to pray. And he took with him Peter, James, and John, and he asked them to watch with him. Yet the disciples could not even stay awake for an hour. Jesus finished praying and came back to the disciples and rebuked Peter. He said, "Couldn't you not stay awake with me for just 1 hour? Peter, you're the one who said that you wouldn't deny me. You're the one who said you would even go to the cross, to death with me. Yet you couldn't stay awake for an hour." And then he gives them instruction. Watch and pray so that you do not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak. So here are your tips in handling temptation. Number one, don't put yourself in dangerous situations. Meaning, don't surround yourself with people who might lead you into temptation, a temptation that you're particularly prone to. Avoid those dangerous situations. Watch, pray, and remain alert and self-controlled. And number two, stay close to Jesus and his word. Jesus and his word are the only things that are going to be able to give you strength. And his word is the weapon to fight against the attacks of the devil. And the devil will never be able to prevail over the word. But above all, it is vital for you to remember that Jesus walked to the cross was not just so that you could battle temptation, but his walk to the cross was to forgive you for the times that you fell into temptation. Peter fell, James fell, John fell, I fall, and you fall into temptation. But Jesus walked to the cross so that you are forgiven and so you could remain alert and watch and pray and be strong against temptation. May God bless your week in his word as you fight off temptations and you stay close to your Savior in his word.